Hello everyone, my name is Harsh Patel and I am here on behalf of Team Optimizers. We are delighted to be here today to present our Capstone project in this video. Our project was to build a web application of room booking system for the Humber College. So before going further towards the Capstone project presentation, I would like to thank you, our project sponsor, mentor, project coordinator, and also the Humber College to providing us such opportunity to showcase our skills towards this Capstone project. So now going further towards the project presentation, first of all, I would like to introduce my team members and their specific roles in the project. So Team Optimizers consist of 4 people. First, me, Harsh Patel. Second, Harsh Thakkar. Third, Raj Thakur. Fourth, Harshit Patel. Now discussing about the roles of each team member in the project. First, myself, Harsh Patel. I have handled the backend programming, which was done using the technology of Node.js, and I also designed the database, the necessary tables and the schemas, and I've also developed the Node.js APIs to make the request calls to the database as well as to the front end. Now second, Harsh Thakkar. His role was to design the entire user interface for both client side as well as the admin side, and he has also developed React.js code to integrate front end with the back end. Now third, Raj Thakur. He has integrated the Outlook calendar, which was an essential part of our project, in which he is dynamically generating calendars for each room as per requested by the project sponsor, and he is also adding events into that particular room calendar as per the request initiated by the users. Now the fourth is Harshit Patel. He has developed React.js code to integrate front end with backend, and as well as he has integrated the Outlook module, which was developed by Raj Thakur, into the application to make the entire web application a complete project. Third, now I'm going to talk about the scope of our project. So there were 4 scopes discussed by the project sponsor to our team members. So the first scope was that the project sponsor wants to get immediately notified through their Outlook email that someone has submitted a room booking request, so she doesn't have to log in into admin portal and check the booking request. So for that, we have came up with a solution. We have developed an admin portal in which she can see the room booking request made by any user, student, or any faculty, and from that she can decide whether she wants to accept that booking request for the user or not. Second scope was that she wants to display the room availability on the home page in a time interval of 30 minutes. So we have also completed that task, and we have displayed a specific design on the home page that is representing the room availability of each room according to 30 minutes of time interval. Now the third scope of the project was that in the current Humber room booking system, all the rooms are static and admin cannot add, update or delete the rooms from the system, because right now the system as it is designed, it doesn't allow any admin to add specific room, its details, or delete the room from the system. So regarding that, we have also solved that problem. We are providing an admin side of the entire portal in which the admin can easily update, delete or add any room details into the system, or if any new room is created into the Humber campus, he or she can add that details into the system, so it will be automatically visible to the home page in which user can book that room as well. The fourth scope was that the admin is right now manually approving and denying the room booking request and sending an handwritten email from the Outlook to the user that your request has been accepted or denied. But for that, we have came up with easy solution. In that our solution, we have developed an admin side portal in which as soon as the admin approves or declines the room booking request, an automatic mailing system will be initiated in the backend that will automatically send the email to particular user, faculty as well as the admin that admin has accepted or declined the room booking request, so he or she can easily get notified without proceeding towards a manually handwritten mailing system. Now talking about the technologies we have used in our project is the Node.js, React.js, MongoDB database, Express and Outlook. So now why we have used Node.js in the project? Node.js plays an essential role in developing APIs, and it plays the very crucial role in connecting with the backend MongoDB database. So that's why we have used Node.js to create our APIs and to make it well easily processed to connect with MongoDB and connect with our front end. Now React.js, we have used the React.js because it is one of the most developing technology right now in the market, and it is the very best technology right now available to design the front end and easily get connected with the Node.js backend. So that's why we have used React.js in our project to give a complex and very simple and interactive user interface. So third is the MongoDB. Now MongoDB, we have used the MongoDB database because it is very easily connected with Node.js and React.js, because MongoDB is used in Munstack development, and our project is similar related to the Munstack development. So the MongoDB database we have used to store all the table details, room details, booking requests, and as well as the API calls. The records are all getting stored in the MongoDB database. And the third is Express. Now the Express technology is used in our project because we are using the API calls to store the data into the MongoDB database, and Express is a technology which plays a crucial role in routing those requests to the Node.js to MongoDB. So that's why we have used Express in our project. Outlook is the main feature of our project, which was requested by the project sponsor, that she wants the entire system works on the basis of Outlook, by getting mails of the Outlook, sending mails through Outlook, storing the events, the room booking, everything into the calendar of Outlook. So we have integrated Outlook mailing system in our entire project. Now the third is the architecture of our design. So as you can see, we are using MongoDB database, and we are connecting MongoDB database to our backend server. Now the backend server includes the MongoDB driver, which allows you to connect with the MongoDB, and we are using Node.js technology, in which we are creating different APIs using the Express.js technology. Now we are connecting the entire backend server with the React in the browser to display the entire data and give a specifically easily and interactive user interface. So this was the architecture of our design. Now moving further, we are going to discuss about the GUI design, the project demo, and as well as the database design, why we have selected such tables for our project, and what challenges we have faced during our project will be discussed further in the video.
Hi everyone, my name is Harshit Patel, and now I will continue the presentation. This is our database design. We are using admin table to store the admin details like name, email, and password. And then we are using room list table to store all the details of room, like room ID, name, description, capacity, and is it bookable or not. And then we are using booking request table to store all the booking requests done by users. And we are storing in booking request ID, first name, last name, room ID, email, start time, end time, status, user type, description, and people. Status field is used like for storing the status of the booking request, like is it accepted, pending, or rejected, or other details. Then we are using events table to store all the accepted booking requests. In that we are storing ID, start time, end time, resource ID, and title. This table is used to display the availability at the home page. So before giving demo of the project that we have developed, let me show you the demo of the current system. So room booking, and here you can see that user cannot see the availability of any of the rooms, so user doesn't know that whether that room is available or not. That is one problem. Let me accept all the conditions. Okay, I am Humber student. Humber ID and 01. First name, last name, email ID. Okay, description of the meeting, I can say. Okay, how many people will be using this space? Okay, room selection details. Okay, and which room I want to book, so I will say focus room group. Okay, and I have to enter the date manually. That is also the problem. Okay, then start time, end time. This is also a big problem because we have to choose it manually. 12 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. Okay, and type your name. That's Harshil. Okay, so that room request has been sent to the admin's email ID, but as you can see that admin just gets the email, then he looks at the email and all the details, and then he will decide he wants to accept or not, and then he has to do the manual email to user that their room booking has been accepted or not, and then they have to manually add to that calendar that room booking has been done. So this is their current system. So we already saw the demo of the current Humber room booking system, and we already saw that problems user and client both are facing. So let me show you the demo of the system that we have developed and how we have solved that problem. So this is the home page. On the home page, here are the rooms, and user can expand this section and see the details of the particular room. And this is the one of the most important feature that has been requested by our client, as we already showed that in the current system user cannot see which rooms are booked for which timing, so he doesn't know which room to book. But in this system we have integrated the calendar on the request of the client, so now user can know which rooms are already booked for which timing. So let's go and book G306 for 9 to 11. Okay, so let's go and proceed, and here we just have to give the basic details like Humber ID, first name, last name, email ID, description of the meeting, let's say idea generation, and how many people will be using this space, let's say 1 to 4, and submit it. So now admin will be notified by the email that somebody has requested a particular room, and he will be notified by the email. So now that he knows that he has to take the action, let me log in into the admin account first. So here is the admin account, and we requested G306. Name of the user was Harshit Patel, and this is the timings he requested. And now that admin knows that somebody has already requested the room, he can go back to the admin panel and he can approve or disapprove or take up appropriate actions for that request. So let me go back to my admin panel, and let me log in into the admin panel. So yeah, and you can see that G306 has been requested by this Harshil Patel, and here is the timing, and the status of that request is pending. We are managing 3 states like pending, accepted, or tentatively accepted. So right now we are in the pending section. So here are the 3 actions that admin can take, like accept, tentatively accept, or decline the request. On the click of these buttons, users will be notified automatically by email, but in the current system admin has to send the mail manually by typing it manually and send it to the user that your request has been accepted, declined, or tentatively accepted. But our client wanted us to integrate the Outlook mail, so we have integrated Outlook mail, and on the click of these buttons user will be notified automatically that your request has been approved, disapproved, or tentatively approved. So let me click on the tentatively approve, because admin is not sure right now that he wants to approve the request for this particular user. So at this time admin will click on the tentatively approved, and that particular booking request is moved to the tentatively approved section. You can see Harshit Patel G306, and let me go to the user account, and yes, user is notified by the email that your room booking has been tentatively confirmed. So before, in the current system, admin is doing this all things manually by by typing email manually and sending it to the user. But now we have solved that problem by sending the automatic email. And let me go back to admin panel, and now let's say admin is sure that he wants to approve this event for this user. So let's go and accept that event. Okay, so now this event has been accepted, so user will be notified by the email. Let's go back and check the user account. Yeah, it's here. So user will be notified by the automatic email that your room booking for G306 for 9 to 11 has been confirmed. So admin doesn't have to do this thing manually. And let me go back to my admin account, Outlook account. So this is the most important feature that has been requested by our client. He wanted to manage every room booking request by the particular room calendar. So as you can see, here are the room calendars, and whenever user requests for a particular room, let's say user request for G3 or 3 or 4, and admin approves that request, so along with the automated email in a particular calendar, let's say G3 or 4, the event will be added here. So as we know that admin has approved request for G306, let's go to G306. Okay, so we are in the G306 calendar, and here we can see that this in G306 Harshit Patel requested this this room for 9 to 11, and admin has already approved this. Admin has already approved this request. Before in the current system, admin does this thing manually. He sends the email for approval manually, and then he comes back to Outlook calendar, and then he adds the request here manually. But now we are solving both the problem by sending automatic email and creating these events automatically in the particular calendar. Okay, so let me go back to the home page. And we already saw the flow for tentatively accept and accept. Now let me show you the flow for the reject. So now we are here, and we can see that this room booking has been already done and has been already approved, so no user can book this room for this time slot. So let's go and book G305 for 11 to 11:30. And just fill in the basic details like Humber ID and everything. Description of the meeting. Okay, and submit. So now as we know that admin will be notified by the email that somebody has requested this room, so he can take appropriate actions. Yeah, so we can see here this time G305 has been requested by Harshit Patel for 11 to 11:30. And now let's go back to admin panel. So this time admin doesn't have to provide his credentials because we are already storing this Outlook token into our session, so he can directly log in. So this time G305 in pending section, and let me directly delete this event. Okay, so this event has been deleted, I mean to say it has been declined. Let's go to user account, Yeah, and user is notified by the email that unfortunately your booking request has been declined. So this was the flow of the decline, and let me go back to the localhost. And okay, no, let me go back to the admin panel and show you one more feature. So let's go and check the accepted events. So from here, user can see by particular calendar, admin can see by particular calendar. He can select particular calendar and click on the find, and he will be able to see the particular accepted events for that. So let me go back to first Outlook calendar and show you that we already have one request. So as we can see, we have one request in G306 that has been already approved. So let me go back to the admin panel and delete that request. So admin has already approved the request, but now he changed his mind and he wants to delete the request. So let me go and delete that request, and let's go back to the admin. Let's go back to the Outlook calendar and see. Yes, that request has been deleted. So we are managing consistency here. And now let me go back to the admin panel. Room section. Okay. Yeah, when we cancel that event, user will be also again notified that your room booking has been cancelled. So okay, so let's go back to the room section, and our client wanted us to integrate one more thing. So that's this bookable theme. Let's say admin wants to reserve this room for particular internal event. So from admin panel, he can go and click on the no in the bookable section. So now when admin updates this request, and this room is now false for bookable section G1 of 5. So let's go to the home page, and we can see that we have removed G1 of 5. And let me go back to the admin panel and go back to the room section, and now enable it. Yes, I want users to book this room now. So go back to the home page. Yeah, as you can see, G1 of 5 is available here. So this is all about our Capstone project, and yep, that's all for our Capstone project. Thank you so much. Yeah, so after giving a demo of the current system and the system we have developed, let me give you some details about the challenges we faced and the solution we found. So the first challenge we faced is to integrate the Outlook calendar, and this is the most important task our client wanted us to implement. So to integrate the Outlook calendar, we need to call the Microsoft Graph API. But to call that Microsoft Graph API, we need to have a bearer token for particular users. So we faced difficulties in finding that how to get the bearer token. We researched about it, and we were not able to get the solution. So we talked about this problem with our project mentor Professor Kevin, and he guided us on how we can get that bearer token. So we took his suggestion and researched about it, and yeah, finally we found the solution. So the solution was to get the bearer token, we have to create an app in Microsoft Azure portal, and from there we will give permission of calendar, mail read and write, and set the authorized endpoint. And by creating this app, we will have some details like client ID, client secret, and authorized endpoint. and now we can use those details to generate the login URL. And with that URL, and we can now log in into Microsoft account and get the access token. So after getting that access token, we can perform all the Microsoft functionalities, like sending an email, creating a calendar, create an event, and deleting an event. So we have, after creating that app, we got the URL, and we have added that URL on the click of our button. And after once admin clicks on that button, admin will be redirected to Microsoft account, and he will log in there, and he will get the access token, and we are storing that access token into our session, so we can use it later for creating email and sending email and creating event and everything. Yeah, so that was all about the first challenge, and let me give you some details on the second challenge we faced. So this is the second most important task our client wanted us to implement. So the task was to show the availability on the home page. And to show the availability on the home page, we tried to create manually a calendar-like component in React, but however we were not able to display the booked slots for a particular room. So then we search about it online libraries for scheduler in React, and we found a React Big Scheduler library, but it does not have any proper documentation for implementation. So we faced the challenges to implement scheduler and explore that library. So it took a lot of time, but finally we explored it, and we successfully integrated that into our project, and we are now able to display the availability of all the rooms on our home page. Yeah, so that's all for the project. And once again, I would like to thank our sponsor, mentor, and coordinator, and also Humber College for giving us such opportunity. Thank you so much.